Kitties and babies. Hey, where have you been? Huh? Hey, I haven't seen you in a couple of days. Come here. Don't run from me. Come. Do not run from me. Come here. Where have you been? Where have you been? Uh-huh. You acting funny too. Where have you been? Not listening to me. Just walking back and forth, pacing back and forth. There you go. Where have you been? That's right. You need a good stern talking to. I know how to make you be still. Now answer me while you talking with a mouth full. Where have you been, kitty? Huh? Huh? Okay. Oh, y'all heard that dog bark, didn't you? All right, eat up, kitties and babies. There's one of you missing. I guess she's down the hill as always, the black tuxedo cat. What's up, you guys? Huh? I had to give the cat a good stern talking to. I hadn't seen her in a while. The old fuzzy one, she got MIA. But anyway, I guess we're gonna get some ripping done. I done wore the paint off the coulter blades. It's been running pretty deep. You can see there's dirt even above the guards. So I think I did all right yesterday. Alrighty, you guys, we're turning in. Gotta find my position in the seat. Like I said, I confess that my positioning in the seat a lot of the time gets off because one side, usually my right side, winds up being too close, and the left side is normally too wide. And that's a problem. We don't want that. The way I can know is if this line here, this line has got to be right in the middle of two rows. If it's off one way, you'll be able to tell it. So I'm just looking at the rows as I was coming to this place where I left off at, and I don't know, I think I did all right yesterday. I did all right yesterday. Maybe it's because I know you guys are gonna have to see what I've done. So ripping is just like chiseling. You always wanna start at the opposite end of where you wanna end up at. So I'm going down here. I'm going down here because I don't wanna end up down on this end. But anyway, I'm looking down the field rows there, and I can see the row marker in between the rows. So thank God. Y'all are my motivation, maybe. Hey, I remember the first time I ever did a tractor video, you guys. Man, do you know I had the three-legged tripod? I had it in the tractor. It was right there. It was right there. It was before I ever knew about the window holders. Man, that thing was funny. I had a whole tripod sitting up in here. And so usually the first in-row pass is where you put up a lot of stumps at. But there's not a lot of trees along this this end, so I shouldn't have to pull up any stumps. And of course the in-rows, they ain't got to be as straight as the field rows, but they do need to be evenly spaced out. So on this end here, I also got to remember not to pull the field rows out quite as far as when I'm chiseling, because you probably can't tell it, but as I'm going across this last in-row pass, it's quite bumpy. So when you pull them out too far and you got to go across this last pass, it can get pretty bumpy if you don't pick it up at just the right time. Usually the in-rows will begin where the second cultivator pass on the end stops at, so I gotta definitely stay reminded of that. The sun is starting to peep out over the clouds. It was a little bit cloudy. So the sun is in and out. There's actually a chance of rain later on today. I guess we'll see what becomes of it. But I was just thinking about something, how earlier I said that you guys are my motivation to drive straight. Actually, I always try to drive straight. I guess the only difference is, I think I may have found my sweet spot in the seat. My point is, I ain't want nobody getting a mixed message. Oh, he just doing it for TV. Oh, not TV. He's just doing it for YouTube. No, we should always want to do good in what we do, no matter who's watching. That's right. That's the message right there. Remember, God is always watching. So that's who matters the most. I think I still might be picking up a little too late, you guys. I'm looking at the cultivator whiff though, and it just don't feel right. Feel like I'm having to turn too sharp and set it back down too quick where I've been picking up and letting it down at. So I guess I'll see. I'll see. I know there's a glare, but I'm going over these inroads, and like I said, I can pick up a little earlier in some places anyway, because it's pulled out too far and I'm bumping across. And if this tractor is bumping, oh man, that old 76 with the skinny tires, and it's in narrow, it's really gonna shake Dan on up. So I gotta start picking up earlier. You guys see up ahead how it looks like the line goes to the right a little bit? Well, that's because there's clay. In the clay, it pulls harder on the tractor and the ripper, and so it sort of pulls it towards one side or the other. So in this case, it's not me. I can blame the clay. Ready, guys? We getting down to the last few passes in this field. We'll be done with it in a little bit. Just got the inroads done on that end, and this last pass, I'm not gonna be able to take it all the way through because it's gonna get too narrow, and so I'll just pick up and I'll let Dan do whatever he want to do, whether he want to blend the rows or just leave it unplanted, because I'm starting to get out in the woods now. So I think about right here I'll pick up. Oh, wow, you saw that? Did you see that? Caught a stump. That's why I'm picking up. And wow, perfect. I was gonna tell you guys earlier that this ripper does not have shear bolts in it. It's spring loaded. So whenever I hit a stump, it'll spring back into position instead of me having to get out and put another bolt in. Because with the old style rippers, they had a shear bolt. It would just break the bolt so that you wouldn't tear up the shanks or something else, and you had to put a new bolt in it. But with this, the springs will kick it back into place. So that's less work. So I'm doing the inroads on this end of the field now, and usually with the inroads with corn rows, you don't want to turn too sharp, especially not with this ripper. So Dan, he'll plant where the turn is sharp at, but if it gets too sharp, I'll just pick up and he can just plant through where I picked up at. But I believe that all of these turns here are okay. There'll be some fields where I have to pick up because whenever he starts turning where I ripped at, it'll push up the dirt, and that'll leave it unlevel, which we don't want. And there's a lot of clay on this end, so I'm gonna have to lighten up in some places so it's not pulling on it so hard. Yep, got you on the headband for a sec. This is that clay area, and it's funny how when I was cultivating with the 7210 yesterday, it was sort of maxing out at like 10.8 gallons per hour. That's how much diesel fuel it was using. And this tractor here, it's, I believe, 100 more horsepower, and it averages going down the field, I say maybe about 14, maybe 13. But when it gets to pulling heavy, it goes to like 16 gallons of diesel fuel per hour whenever it's pulling heavy. Right now it's at 15, but there's some places in the field where it gets tough, and it pulls at like 16.5. That's a lot of diesel fuel. Right here is where I picked up and just totally turned a different angle, because you can't make that turn with this ripper. So I'll pick up and start over and make the rows meet. Now if you was planting with like a grain drill, or maybe even if I wasn't ripping and Dan was just planting it, right, now I take that back. He wouldn't bend that corner like that, because with that corn header, you knock down a lot of corn. But like with a bean head, or you was planting beans with a drill, you can bend the corner a whole lot more than with planting corn rows. And of course, whenever I get to the end, I pull up on those two controls to pick up the 3-point hitch and flip in the row marker. And I just hit another stump too. Yep, right there. I might need to get out. Let me get out and see if it pulled up anything. Hey, this is like a ripping 101. Y'all get to see everything that we got to do whenever we're ripping. I got my shovel here. I can probe around for a root. Yep, oh boy. There's one there for sure. Oh, that's a nice size one too, man. Wait a minute. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. My. I'm having to work out early this morning. Come on. Oh, come on. All right, let's get some curls in, you guys. Strict curls, bicep curls. Wow. Now, gotta fill in the hole. Don't want to leave a hole there to run in and tear something up on the tractor. It ain't got to be perfect. Woohoo! Okay, that'll do. That will do, you guys. Take a quick peek back here. Make sure everything still look good. Good deal, good deal. All right, we're gonna get back to it. These places where I picked up yesterday, they came out too far as well. I've definitely got to pick up earlier. Well, that's gonna do it for this field, you guys. It's a done deal. I think that's only about 34 acres. Yep, so we got our first 34 acres done. I don't know who dog this is, but we don't do dogs with our cats. We don't do dog. Hey, get out of here. Get out of here. That's right, get on out of here. No, you go. So you guys, I just got back in the tractor and as you can see back there, I had to pull up some more stumps. And it also made me lose my mark that I was following at the end of the field. So now my rows might get straight. Not straight, I meant crooked. Oh man. The other thing is, when you make that first pass along the woods like this, you usually want to go light. And sometimes if you go slower, it'll break the root off instead of pulling it up. But there's no telling, it has a mind of its own, it'll do what it want to do. I gotta figure out what I had pinned at the end of the field to keep me straight. Man. I think I got it, I think this was it. Lord have mercy. Nope, I'm getting off. You see it? I'm getting off. I'll straighten it out. So we got it straightened out, you guys. We got the line straightened out. Remember, straight means straight down the field. And it also means even on the right and the left. So it's like a double factor. I gotta keep it straight down the field and I gotta keep it even on both sides. Yeah, this is definitely a ripping 101 today. A tutorial to rip it. I think that's what I might name it. or I might name it, let's do some bicep curls, because man, y'all didn't see that second piece that I pulled up. It was bigger than the first one. My goodness. There's that old tree we pushed in the woods yesterday. As I'm doing these inrows, I can imagine with there being a bunch of big trees on the woods line, I'm probably gonna put up some stumps somewhere. I'm taking it easy and I ain't got it as deep as if I was in the field, but I guess we'll see. I just felt something. Whoop! It went back down. I don't see nothing. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Let me slow down. Oh man, yeah, there's a couple of spots I'm gonna have to get out there. I knew that was gonna happen. right, you guys, so I'm coming up on one of them curves that I said it'd be best to pick up. Because you can feel it. You can feel it when that thing is turning in the ground. The pressure that it has on it. So all these little turns is best for me to pick up. There's a place there where I can set it down. It's not too bad. Then I'm gonna pick up again right here. Then I set it back down. Woo! Must be tight right there. Brought them RPMs down. You probably can hear the tractor. Woo, okay. Caught it dragging something, you guys. And that's probably because I got it picked up out of the ground some. If it was deep, if it was deeper in the ground, it probably wouldn't drag, because that counter blade would cut it. Probably some roots. Yep. Oh my, okay. There's probably some tree roots right there, and I'm turning. Horrible combination. Yeah, I feel it jerking all over the place. You probably can see it. I did go have to pick up them roots from the last time I was hitting the first pass. I didn't record it because the video is getting, I believe, about to the max, you guys. And Dan wants me to start spraying whenever I get done with this field. That way I can catch up to spraying where he's been planting all this time. So I'm gonna wrap this video on up. And hey, you guys, I got another blessing on yesterday. Brother Jim, God bless you, my brother. Man, I'm telling you, you guys are just really blowing my mind. The way God is touching you guys' heart. Brother Jim said he enjoyed watching the videos. He enjoys the spiritual part. And so when I hear stuff like that, you know, I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged to continue doing what I'm doing. You know, because only what we do for Christ will last. That's right. Matter of fact, that makes me think about earlier how I said that we need to do our work and just do things as if we were doing it unto God. That's scripture. And if we do things as if we're doing it unto God, then it will also be done right in the sight of man. Like I said, we ain't got to put on a show for man, but if we doing it like we doing it for God, it'll be done right in the first place. I can imagine a lot of people who have employees, you probably want to share that with your employees. Because if you got somebody that's doing stuff right in the sight of God, then you're going to have you a good worker. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, I'm not bragging on myself. Oh, Lord. But anyway. Oh, look at that stump. I didn't even see that stump. Y'all saw it. I didn't even see it. I see it now that I got turned around. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this video on up. You guys, I hope you enjoy. You guys stay blessed. You guys keep encouraged. And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Now y'all know I couldn't end it like that. Y'all know we had to go and get that stump. We got to get at least one more bicep curl in for today. All right. I don't even really need the shovel. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, it's gonna break. Let's double it over. Okay, we gonna curl it. Curl it. All right, you guys. Hey, y'all stay blessed, keep encouraged, and as always, we'll see ya. Woo! Let's work in the next one.